Hey, I'm Derek from ForeGolf Custom. This is the review of the Ping i240 iron. This is a very different type of review. You won't see stuff like this out there. I'm going to talk about a few things today, but notably, I'm going to look at the type of shafts that I'm doing here at my fittings. I'm also going to talk you through about the type of shafts that will work best with this head and how I'm setting it up with the different lofts. I've got some information about how it flies and what you might do with the configuration of the set. And I'm also going to talk you through a little bit about how this design is working for the different types of golfers. If you're new to the channel, you are very welcome. Thank you so much for joining us in this video. If you're a new guy or new person on the channel, but you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It's really important. It helps me grow, helps me do more of these videos. Incidentally, if you haven't liked the video, please give us a like. And in the comments below, if there's something you want me to look at, we're fully agnostic. We do all the brands, so if there's something you want me to look at, stick it in the comments below. If you've hit this iron, I want you to hear what you found, what shaft you found best, what you were fitted for, and also if there's something else that I've missed in terms of this, whether it be shaft or fitting or whatever, hit us up in the comments below and let me know. Right, this club. I love this visual. I really like the look of this thing. And that's kind of important nowadays. We call that the frame of the club. So when the club is put down behind the ball, what does that look like? Is that a positive? Is that a negative? Does it look neat? Does it look tidy? Does it look like something that you could feel confidently looking to hit? What type of golfer is this for? Well, I guess to a point, this could be used for a broader range of handicap than people are suggesting, because if you like a good looking, tight looking club head, it's something that you could put into play. Like, it kind of comes and falls in line with some of the Mizuno Pro Series, maybe some of that P Series from TaylorMade. This is a kind of a player, I guess, forgiveness or player profile iron, but it has got quite a bit of forgiveness in it. Now, when we talk about forgiveness, it's a very difficult term to discuss, because if you look up forgiveness as it would be described, I guess, textbook wise, you'll find forgiveness is flight orientated. So is something forgiving? Yes, it is. It's very heavily offset, or it's designed to get the ball in the air. So it's forgiving based on flight. This is forgiving based on strike. And that's what makes it kind of stand out in terms of from a fitting perspective. So if I'm looking to control speed, if I'm looking to try and make the miss not so far or not so trough, where I'm getting big high lefts and big low rights, I'm keeping stuff more together in terms of the strike. I hit a few shots earlier on with it. This is our new screen. And you'll see here on the speed. So we've got 117, 115, 113, 113, 115. So you can see the grouping of the strikes are very much controlled by basis of hit. And I've been hitting that thing well across the face. So it's not like I've been hitting them right out of the middle. But speed retention is very good. So that means that it's good from the, I guess, forgiveness perspective for distance, right? And that's that kind of player that's going to use this thing. The player's going to want a better control of things, going to want a better, I guess, distance ratio control, so that when he picks the club based on the number, it's there or thereabouts, or at least pin high. What else about this club? Well, it launches a little bit higher. You can see from this as well, the spin number is quite high. This is a 7 iron. Height is good for the 7. A landing angle is quite steep. So there is a bit of launch and a bit of spin from this. So I'm tending to try and organize the loft settings better in workshop. So I'm customizing quite a few of the loft settings when we're building the sets here. There is a retro spec, there's a standard spec, and there's another kind of an older or stronger sort of ball flight spec. So you can use the Ping spec, loft specs to dial in the kind of flight that you're looking for. What else about this? Oh, it's got a very unique screw point here in the toe. People have asked what this is all about. Well, this is actually a weight. When they put this head together, it's a 431 stainless. They use an elastomer inside. There's a little pocket where the elastomer fits in. What that elastomer does is it controls the phonetic or the sound of the strike. It also creates a softer, cushiony feel based on the strike. It also helps to lower the center of gravity or deepen the weight so that the ball flights really high on this. It comes out quite easily, especially in the long irons. And they've made it lighter overall. So what that weight in the toe is doing is it's a swing weight port, where you can customize the weight of the club based on its build. So if it's a longer one, you're using a lighter weight. If it's heavier, you're using a heavier weight. But it's also pushing weight out towards the toe, which is making the club a little bit more balanced or controlled in terms of off-center strikes. So it's a forgiveness / swing weighting / balance point in the head. Okay, what else? This is a bit of a geek one, so I'm going to geek out on you. The fitting system from Ping is brilliant. They use a color code system, so it goes from orange right up to white and green. The different colors are determined to the upright and flat variants. However, their fitting system is fantastic, and hats off to Ping for that. They give us special fitting heads with the color coding around. We can rotate the actual shaft in the head and create the different lie angles so we can test them in live space. This is not from a public's perspective, this is more from a custom fitting, but I just want to say, in terms of lie adjustments and shaft adjustments, Ping is one of the best. Okay, shafts, what am I using? So as standard, this comes in a Modus 115. It's a regular stiffen X in Modus 115. Yeah, I like Modus quite a lot. It's very much a kind of a flow shaft, we would call it, where it holds flex right through impact. It does help to flight the ball. So if you're hitting the ball quite high, Modus is a shaft that can hit the ball a little higher. If you're looking to maybe lower ball flight, maybe look at KBS Tour as a slightly different flight on it. They have a dynamic gold, 105. If you're trying to get the ball to fly a little higher, go to the Modus 105 in this head. It's awesome. It really, really gets the ball into the air quickly. And then maybe use, if you're going to go lighter in weight, maybe use a little stiffer in flex just to stabilize things. I'm seeing a lot of KBS Tour working well in this, and also that dynamic gold shaft, the new mid-flight, or 100 rather, that's a really good flight shaft for me for keeping the trajectory nice and solid and then using the club head to launch the ball. If you're an iron player, if you like hitting irons, get the 3-iron. This is one of the nicest and easiest 3-irons to use off the deck from any of the designs. It's probably one of the better long iron designs. So if you're looking for shot control from the shorter irons, a speed retention story throughout the club heads, and those easier to flight longer irons, and you don't want to use hybrids and you don't want to use high lofted woods, these are the irons to get. The way that the weighting is positioned in the 3, 4, and 5 means that the flight from these is really easy to get up there. So if you're a classic or a traditional iron striker, you want to use longer irons, I'd say i240 is probably one of the best heads this year to do that job. I'm also liking the way that this club sets up behind the ball. It's real neat, not too offset either. So it's really good for those players who like to strike the ball, who get the ball up in the air quite well and want to hit a little right to left or draw if you're right-handed. Not the best club in the world from a forgiveness perspective, which is like that offset or that high cut. So if you're that type of player, probably not best for you. If you want a playable iron that looks really good behind the ball, but that is forgiving in terms of off-center strike, and then you tie the shaft in to suit the type of trajectory, you're going to be a winner for this. Altogether, it's one of our irons that we like using for that player performance category. We do like it for the fact that it's a longer, easier to hit head design, and then coupled with shaft, it's all in one. Hope you're enjoying the videos. Don't forget to give us that like, it's really important, and I will catch you at the next video. Thanks for watching.